I am not a fan of the recent Zelda games so far. Breath of the Wild never really managed to keep me playing, which is why I never started with Tears of the Kingdom. Nevertheless, I was interested in Echoes of Wisdom when it was announced. Different style, different gameplay, and an adventure with actually Zelda instead of Link this time. So I started playing it, and let me tell you my 2 cents here. And spoiler alert, I think this is going to be my GOTY.
Sounds promising.
The story starts with Link, who has to save Zelda again. As a player, you start as Link and you play the final boss fight of his adventure. After he defeats Ganon, he falls into a rift and disappears from the world. Zelda manages to escape and goes back to Hyrule Castle. There it turns out that other rifts appear across Hyrule as well. Before they even have a plan to save Link, the castle is also hit by a rift. It swallows the king and his advisors, and they are replaced by imposters. These imposters frame Zelda, causing her to be locked up. However, she manages to escape with the help of the fairy Tri, who gives her a Tri-Rod. Once escaped, they set out to close the rifts and save everyone. Eventually, a plot develops in which the great evil called Null must be defeated, an entity that wants to destroy the world again and return it to the void it once was. It is up to Zelda, the player, to stop him. You do this in a colorful adventure full of quests and colorful characters. The story has no spoken dialogue but classic written texts as we know them from these type of games. The story is nicely written, sometimes a bit childish perhaps, but more than enough to motivate you to continue playing the story.
He's a phony! Lousy cheater!
The gameplay is where the game really shines for me. This is due to the Tri-Rod. This stuff gives Zelda the ability to make things, called echoes in this world, appear out of nowhere. In the world you come across various objects that you can learn and then spawn. Think of simple things like stones, which you can use as a stepping stone, but also as a weapon by throwing them. Or beds, which you can use to rest and get hearts back, but stack a few on top of each other and you build a bridge. And it doesn't stop there. You learn trampolines, wind blowers, plat booms, and I could go on, and with these objects you puzzle your way through the world and you find also the necessary secrets. There are literally thousands of ways to solve things, and sometimes you feel like you're finding exploits, but actually that was always Nintendo's intention. But there's more.
Wow, NATO!
You can also learn enemies that you've defeated, so you can spawn them and let them fight on your side. And that's why it pays off big time to explore and try to defeat difficult enemies, because having them at your side makes everything just a little bit easier. For example, I managed to defeat a shark somewhere, and that was very helpful for me in the water levels. But you can spawn them unlimitedly. Every object or monster costs energy, indicated by triangles. Tri has a number of triangles floating behind her, and you can spawn things or monsters until the triangles are gone. This is incredibly well balanced, which means it doesn't get too easy and you sometimes really have to think about how to do something. You can also use prime energy, with which you can transform into Link, and use a sword and a bow and arrow. Zelda can't do any combat herself except throw rocks and spawn monsters, but Link can really wreak havoc. So it's mainly a welcome scapegoat in some cases. One of my few criticisms in the game is in the gameplay, and that is that sometimes things are spawned in places you don't want them to be. Then you're just standing in the wrong place, and then a bed, for example, that you want to use for a bridge is spawned incorrectly, causing it to plummet down. But hey, it's not game breaking, just annoying from time to time.
For fuck's sake.
The presentation is really perfect. The music is great, the graphics are cartoony and super cute, and it all looks really colorful and very cool. Really nothing to complain about. There are also a lot of cool details. For example, how fire spreads. It is not Far Cry, but it is still very cool. It must be said that technically, you notice that the end of the Switch is coming now, given the fact that the Switch is having a hard time with the game. You can especially see that in the loading times.
One eternity later.
The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom has really become a fantastic game. The game is more than just a snack, it is a full-fledged game that is also really chunky. You will definitely be busy with it for about 20 hours. Not everything is perfect. For example, the game could also have used a few quality of life things. For example, why can't you make 10 identical smoothies at once? Now you have to do this for the same smoothie one by one. But here too, for me, it is annoying but not game breaking. If these are the worst things to complain about, then you know this is a good game. I give Echoes of Wisdom a 9.7. And unless something better comes out in the last part of this year, this will be my GOTY. And that brings us to the end of this review. What did you think of Echoes of Wisdom? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video. And if you want to see live gameplay, you can do that on Twitch, twitch.tv/gameplayofj, and be sure to follow there as well. For more content, check out the suggestions on the left or my channel on the right. And for now, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.